All right, Shalom. Call halal Yahweh by Shimi Awashai by Shimon Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us his truth. The Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word, the truth and the sincerity of the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, we're at the Hebrew Israelites who come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as North America, falling like a rocket ship, falling like like Lucifer from heaven, from the sky, Lucy in the sky with mire. All right, that's where we're at right now. We come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this place, to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, because time is short. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, speckled bird, to get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back into the ordinances of the law, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. All right? Clearly at the end, and things are spiraling out of control. We got the poly crisis going down right now. Instead of coming out here and pushing the word, you got niggas with megaphones in their hands going out and marching as though marching does anything. You got niggas in purple and gold out marching, trying to make money, and the only way you can spend it is with a C-hip in your hand. Book of Ezekiel 3. And 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Here we are, right? Week in and week out. In there doing what we do. Right? What's up with you?
Just trying to get this fucking bullshit out the way.
That's right.
I get on my life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, you looked into any of this? What I'm out here saying?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the politics with Kanye West and shit.
Right, but what was
How they
he saying?
taking that fool's money.
But why?
Why? Because he's fucking...
It had to be something.
He's talking about some shit that the Jews ain't the real chosen ones.
He's saying
Mexicans.
He's saying you are the Jews.
I know.
For them to take
Well,
billions.
technically we all got Jew in us.
They took billions though, right?
But technically we all got Jew in us.
Okay, but here's what they don't want you to know. Let me read you something. Okay? No, not all of us. See, God, right? God has a chosen people, right? They call them the Jews, but they're the 12 tribes. The Latinos, all the Latinos, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the Mexicans, the Native Americans,
Dominicans. Come on,
See, wait. See, that's the Spirit speaking through you. But here's who those people are, out of the Bible. All right, this is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Here's what they don't want you to know.
What Bible is that, man? What
King
verse is
James,
that?
King James. I'm gonna show you. You don't wait till I read it, and then you're gonna wonder, what is that again?
No.
All right. Here's what it
No
is.
offense. Well, I grew up in this Bible stuff, man.
But see, they didn't teach you the real.
Nah.
They didn't say you're an
I,
Israelite.
I grew up Jehovah's Witness, man.
Okay,
So-
but that's kind of close. But listen,
You
real quick.
Put it already, you know what I mean? I already
One script.
grew up in this, bro.
They didn't tell you
You're
that.
not telling me that I don't know already.
They didn't tell you this. The Mexicans are Israelites. They didn't say that. right?
That's your opinion.
No, it's not my opinion.
To everybody else's.
Who you
opinion.
see out here with a lawnmower and a rake in their hand?
That's because all these motherfuckers are drunks and shit.
Ain't no white people. Ain't no white people.
Actually, there's a couple white people.
Two.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
I
I
got you.
agree.
I know, yeah,
but why
yeah,
is it
yeah.
us out here? Who's picking grapes? Who's picking cotton? Who's
Because the
picking
white man
tobacco?
don't want to do it.
No, because
Be honest. You don't see the white people. They own the motherfucking field.
They own them.
But they
How?
ain't out there fucking doing the job and shit.
Why? Because they got us doing it. Now,
Exactly.
why? There's a reason why.
Because they boss.
No, because we didn't keep the commandments and God punished us.
We didn't read enough.
Let me read this. Let me read one. This goes out to the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. This is who God says we are. For thou art a holy people, meaning separate, holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
I mean,
So-
how your purpose?
Are all men created equal?
Yeah.
No, not according to the
that?
Bible.
In God's eyes, all men are created equal.
No,
until
he
you-
just
until-
told you.
Until you created.
He said, the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face. See, we were taught lies. And they didn't teach you this in Jehovah's Witness.
That's a different book.
Same book.
I have
Same
the
book.
King James book.
Same book.
I don't know why your book is so much smaller than my book.
They got it on a phone. I can pull out the phone right
I
now.
got it.
I'll pull
I'll
out
do
the
it on
phone
the
and it'll say the
I'm
same
talking
thing.
about books exactly like yours. No,
I got a big one. I got a small one. It's
no,
the same word.
I'm talking about the thickness.
It's the
Why is-
same word.
Why is my Bible bigger than your Bible?
Genesis to Revelation. Same thing.
I'm saying, though, why is my
Same thing.
Bible bigger than your Bible? and
Here's the
King
question.
James?
Here's the question. Because they made it big.
No,
Okay.
it's same.
Brother.
Same size. I mean, better. Like
Because-
more
okay.
scriptures.
And
in it,
you know
brother.
what I gotta do? I gotta get the big text because I can't see no more.
Yeah,
you good,
yeah,
you
yeah.
good. You understand? You
I
understand?
understand that.
But listen, okay, we're better than everybody else. Why are we down here? Cotton, grapes. Why are we the slave? Because we didn't keep the commandments and we got punished for it.
New world order.
Okay, now what's about to happen?
It's Satan's world now.
Right, but
Satan's world.
it's coming to an end. You
Yeah,
don't
I
see
gotta
World
get
War
up outta
III?
here, brother.
Right,
I like
right.
talking to you,
Right,
brother.
no, you gonna get in trouble for talking to me. Don't you talk to that Negro out there.
He's good people. He good people.
Right? All right, brother. And warn them from me. Let's get that again. And that's what we do, okay? You do the best that you can. I'll see him again. He don't understand. The Most High bringing him over here, okay? And after 2 or 3 times, you leave him alone, okay? If he want to scoff and if he wants to fight, then you don't say nothing to him. If he's smiling, we're going back and forth, we're laughing. It's demeanor. You understand? I don't know. He could be of the elect. He didn't want to fight, he didn't want to square off. He said he was, that's probably the furthest I got with him in the last 3 weeks. So, what are we commanded to do? All right, it ain't over yet. Famine of the word gonna be here soon enough. And when all hell breaks out, he gonna be like this. Where's that brother at? Where's that brother? Okay. And we'll be gone. Ezekiel 3. And that's the spirit. Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Okay? Therefore, hear the word at my mouth. Here comes a commandment. All right? And give them warning from me. Hey, wake up, you Israelite. We're above everybody. The Most High is about to come back and judge the world. Time is short. You get him on that hook. You start reeling him in. We're out here fishing. He got away. Some of them get away on the hook. But see, He'll come back though, and we'll do it again until we don't. Right? There's a way to do this. You have your way, I have my way. You have your measure, I have my measure, and it's all good. Until it ain't. Until you go off and you know, bringing out false doctrine and you go out from us. All of that exists, but I mean, what you do is you endure until the end. You take heed to the instructions, and you give it all you got. We're so close to the end now. All right. Either they're going to get it or they don't. Right. And then you see the purple and gold being approached with hammers and people screaming, you know. And that used to happen to me, right? People want to fight, don't like what you're saying or how you're saying it. And there's a way, you know. Where your fringes at? Where you know. Where your fringes at? But the hair is going all the way down the back of your neck. You ain't got no beard on your face, right? You don't have on a garment down to the foot, but you got on a t-shirt, which is an undergarment that you're not even supposed to see. And then you go put fringes on your car. You got to go everywhere with them. You got to go everywhere. Come on. Then the scriptures say that we're rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay? And you ain't got no unblemished lamb that you're going to kill and slaughter correctly. Right? And put blood over the door. Over the mantle. Be not righteous over much. Paraphrasing. Okay, so don't be as the hypocrites are. Right? It's way too late in this game to be talking about where your fringe is at. Here it is, where your fringe is at, but the mark is sin. Guess what? All right, that's filthy conversation. Right? Let's get that. I'm gonna try to stay in the precept today. Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. Filthy communication is what? That this is talking about nation. Small and great, rich and poor, that's talking about nations. That's filthy. Then it turns around and said, the man. Let's get there. So we don't butcher it. Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man. And how does 17 start? It starts by connecting, right? Conjunction, junction, what's your function, right? And, right? In the morning, usually when I'm wide awake, I often take a walk through the garden and down by the lake, where I often see a duck and a drake. And I wonder what they would think if I could speak. Although I know in an absurd thought, conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. Right? Right? Isn't that how we learn? And is a conjunction. Right? And is a conjunction. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Right? Con means with. With what? With the first part of the sentence. Well, let's get it. Revelation 17, Salakia 13 and 17. And that no man. And what do you mean and? What does and refer to? It refers to the sentence before it. You got to read 16. Revelation 13, 16. And, okay, when it starts with and, you got to read up and connect those things. What is a junction? It's where two things meet. Con, meaning with the other. Meet this thing, connect this thing with the other thing. Connect this sentence with that sentence. Conjunction. Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. All right? And you kids don't understand what I'm singing. All right? It's called Grammar Rock. Look up Grammar Rock. Right? Go to YouTube and type in Grammar Rock and learn something. All right? And is a conjunction. All right? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man, okay? So it brings 16 together with 17. There wasn't a period there. In their foreheads. Yeah, period. In their foreheads. Period. And, but in 17 and, there's no capital. There's a period, but there's no capital right here on and. And that no man might buy or sell goes back to what? The mark. So the mark has to do with buying and selling. Okay? And an embargo, right? An embargo does what? It doesn't enable you to buy and sell. It stops you from buying and selling. So it ain't an embargo. It's not sin. Show me where sin allows you to buy and sell. Show me where an embargo allows you to buy and sell. Show me where sleeping with white women allows you to buy and sell. Okay? I can show you where sleeping with white women will get you killed. The days gone by. Even today, if you're not paying attention. Bingo Long and the Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings. Go see what happened to Richard Pryor for sleeping with white women. All right? Anyway, where did we come from? And that no man might buy or sell. Okay? We're warning. Are you warning them not to take what's clearly being pushed now. Okay? Somebody posted a nigga who taped a potato chip to his hand, right? See, long time ago, when that shit came out, right? You got a nigga. One said, ain't no microchips, and they put it to a beat, right? Way back then we said, well, one day in the future, right? When these things come to pass, we're going to get Ezekiel 33 and 33 right now. One day in the future, when this thing starts being pushed and nobody can deny it anymore. See, hey, we're in that time right now, and niggas are still proud. Niggas are proud. Having your conscience seared with a hot iron. You niggas are proud, so proud that you can't humble yourself. You can't admit when you made a mistake. All right, guess what? You made a big mistake taping that potato chip to your hand and mocking. Okay? You're mocking the men of the Lord. See? What does that say? Okay? Guess what? When it is proven that the mark of the beast is the microchip, right? I'm going to just say it. When it's proven, which it already has been, you just can't see it. What does that mean? It means that we are the men of the Lord. It means that we are those guys. That's what it means. It means that you're a false prophet for bucking up against this truth. It means that the Most High wasn't dealing with you when it comes right down to it. So Nate, okay, all this money, pomp and circumstance, all right, and I'm not trying to get on Nate this week. I'm trying to steer around him. But guess what? Anybody following that guy, right? And another thing that's going to happen real quick here, we're going to see a mass exodus of people getting out of that thing. All right? We need to set up a watch on how many people leave the IUIC because they know that the mark of the beast is the microchip. We need to measure thou the time diligently about the exodus of people out of this huge organization. There's no way that everybody is going to continue to buy that bullshit. All right? Because guess what? The men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord, are proving daily, okay? Making video after video, proving who's lying and who's telling the truth. And people are watching that, okay? They're watching and they see. How can you not see? Ain't no microchips with a beat behind it. And now it's, he might slide a chip in there. That's a contradiction. That's double-mindedness. That's giving a change. It's clear. At what point do you have fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua instead of the fear of this charlatan who's taking your money? Isn't it clearly about money? Who told you that you can't acknowledge that the MOTB, the mark is a chip? Who told you that? Who told you you can't use the name of the Most High? Somebody did, right? What is the mark of the beast, IUIC? Is it what you said it was 9 years ago? Is it what you said it was 6 years ago? Is it what you said it was last week? Or is it what you're saying this week or today? Which one? And why are you leading the people astray? Call halal Yahweh Shem El Shabbat Shem Kakadas. It's 10:44. Sluggy. So how is it, right? Oh, you got, where's your fringes at? Oh, you got to wear them at all time. Well, wait, what about filthy conversation? Filthy communication, Salaki. Is that not a commandment? Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. What is that? Here's filthy communication. Corrupt. Corrupt communication. Ain't no microchips. Esau might slide a chip up in there, but it's not the MOT to the B. This is corrupt communication. Okay? Ain't no Jacob's trouble. Are you keeping the laws? Is that keeping the law? As long as you got on fringes, you can say whatever the fuck you want, whether it's true or not. Sons of Thunder. You know what I remember about the Sons of Thunder? I don't know who they broke off from. Okay. I'm not sure who they broke from, but I remember this. Right? The main guy who always wears the headband, the outspoken one. I remember when they broke off. And I remember his words. He came out and said, now, hey, here we go. Now we get to say what we want. We get to say. He came out and he was so happy that they broke away from whoever they broke away from. And it was like a show. It was like a show. Now we're those guys. Now we get the likes. Now, what's up, brother?
How's it going?
Pretty good. You?
Yeah, good. Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I can? Or maybe you can read it. You got your Bible?
I'm with me right now.
Have we done this before?
No.
No, we haven't? You believe in Jesus?
Yeah.
What did he say?
About a lot of things.
Okay, so if I read something out of the Bible that's written in red words, do you agree with that?
What's that? Yeah.
You agree with it?
Yeah.
All right, let's try that and see how it goes. Does God have a chosen people?
Yes. Yes.
Who is that? Huh? The Jewish people? Who? That's correct.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what is Kanye running around getting his money took for? You don't know? You know what he said? Why they took billions away from him? He said, "We're the Jews." You know who he was?
That's why he's in conflict with them. Yeah.
You,
I know some. I see
you understand? And they took billions. They canceled him right away. You know why they did that? Because he's telling the truth. Now,
heard of Brian Trejo?
who?
Brian Trejo.
No.
You look him up online. They don't put his music on the radio because he talks a lot about truth and stuff like that.
Okay, now let me show you this. I'm going to ask you a question. What color is my skin? Is that a hard question? Try again. Ah! Got it? Now, what color are Mexicanos? Hey! Now, wait. Now, what color are the Native Americans. Are they red? You can't tell them Mexicano from a Native American. We're all brown. This is what Kanye was saying. Guess what? We're the Jews. And that's what the Bible says. Now I'm going to read Jesus. Ready? Matthew. See where this is going? I'm glad you guys stopped. Matthew. Do you know what the name Jesus means? Shame on you, Christians. Shame. What does the name Jesus mean? You're in there. The Spirit is working with you right now. Well, let's qualify that. This is Matthew 1:21. See, because I'm not just coming off the dome. Right? You got to prove all things, right? Matthew 1:21. Listen close to these words. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, or in the Hebrew, Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. So Jesus means he shall save, meaning Savior, right? But here's the operative word. He shall save his people from their sin. What was Jesus' nationality?
Jesus was Nazarite.
He was a what?
Nazarite? Jewish?
Okay, all right, here we go. Nazareth is a town. Okay? Jewish means one of the 12 tribes of, you said it earlier,
Israelite.
the 12 tribes of Israel. So he was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. This old homeless, drunk, pee-smelling bitch ran into the camera, knocked it down, and I think she did it on purpose too. All his room out here, this bitch hit the goddamn camera. Anyway, so I'm just shouting at the Christians came by. It was two Issacharites with what appeared to be an Edomite, but the Edomite he held his tongue, and the scriptures came out, right? And big up to Kanye West, right? That demon, that demonic ass nigga, because we can use this nigga, right? For the truth's sake. All you got to do is say, you see what's going on with Kanye? Why did they take his money, right? Which is what I'm saying. The reason they took his money is because he came out and said, we Israel. Okay? But you can galvanize, you can capture someone's attention by bringing those two things together. What happened to Kanye? Why did they take his money? Oh, because he wanted to get out of his deal. Yeah, but that's not why they took his money. They took his money because he said the unforgivable. He said the forbidden truth. Right? Nigga, we don't make you a billionaire so you can set your people free. All right? And this nigga wasn't ready to lose everything. Right? He didn't walk away like Moses did. The nigga's a charlatan, but we can still use him, right, to bring two and two together. Why did they take billions from him? Because he told the truth about who we are. Right? That kind of opens the door. Right? And get a nigga thinking. Right? We didn't have that 5 years ago. We didn't have that 10 years ago. Now, you could pique somebody's interest because they're thinking right now. First you say, hey, look, you're an Israelite. You're an Israelite. Yahushua came to save his people who are Israelites, according to the flesh, right? And that's not what we were taught. So the truth cuts all lies. And what do? See, and this is what we're in the time of. We're not in the time of where's your fringes. All right? We're in the time of warning them from me. All right? There's something called forgiveness of sins. All right? So if you don't wear your fringes every day, can Yahweh Hashem Yahushai forgive you of that? Yes, he can. All right? All right? That's what it's called, grace. All right? There's a grace period going on. All right? It's called rehearsing the righteous acts. It's called forgiveness. All right? But you're out, instead of out waking up the people, you're scolding them and running them off and starting fights. That day is over. At what point do you stop trying to make money and bring together a congregation just to rule over them here on the earth? See, I didn't get to the part about the kingdom. All right? Let's get that. This bitch came and knocked the fucking camera down. See? I was real close. See, because when you stay on that thread, the truth comes out about the kingdom and who it's for. All right? Matthew 10 and 5. These 12, Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into any way of the Gentiles and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And now the part comes where you get to teach who the kingdom is for, according to Yahushua out of his own mouth. Okay? Matthew 10 and 7. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Not where's your fringes. The kingdom of heaven is for who? The lost sheep of the house of Israel. You suppose this is he commanded them. Are you a disciple? Are you an apostle? Are you out here doing this work? Are you doing the work of the Lord? Because nowhere on here does it say, and ask them, where's your fringes? So that you could put them in a headlock, right? And rule over them as a tyrant. Nowhere in the scriptures does it say that. Rather, it says this, all right? Matthew 10 and 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as ye go, preach. Then it tells you what to say while you're preaching. And it doesn't say this. It doesn't say, where's your fringes? You got to keep the laws. It doesn't say that. It says this. And this is a commandment. As ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Right? Don't charge them for the starter kit. Don't put them under your law. Okay? Which is, you got to wear your fringes everywhere you go. Which is not expedient. Okay? When you're hiding, and the day of hiding is coming, be ye even as pilgrims upon the earth. Right? That day is here. When the persecution and the demonization starts, like next week, you're going to be running around, nigga, with hanging fringes, talk about I'm hiding. Are you going to take your fringes off in that day after you've been out telling everybody? This is exactly what you're going to do. You're not going to have fringes on every garment while you're hiding. Then you're going to say, why does the serpent harmless as it? But that's not what you were out there preaching. You're going to say, well, Esau might slide a chip up in there. So you're going to start backpedaling and shuffling like you were taught to do, like a snake would. You're going to start backsliding backwards, like the snakes that you wore. Okay? Keep that same energy when you're being hunted. All right? And guess who is the face of what they call black Hebrew Israelite? Starting with the snake himself, Nate. They're coming straight after you, right? And they'll probably let you go because you made a bargain with them, right? And I'm speculating when I say that. The Most High definitely has you, right, in a trick bag, that's for sure. You're not using the name Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. If you're chanting down what the mark of the beast actually is, still, when it should be clear to everybody, right? Your terrible breakdown of the image of the beast that should speak, right? Habakkuk 2. What does this mean? Habakkuk 2 and 2. So look at Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. What's the subject? The vision. Okay. But at the end it shall speak. What shall speak? The vision. Does that mean a movie? That means they're going to make a movie out of the vision? They did make a movie out of the vision, filled with lies. Okay, so can't be no lies if they made a movie about the vision, can't be no lies in it, right? But at the end it shall speak and not lie. So if they made a movie about the vision, because speaking means a movie, the movies, then there can't be any lies in it. Let's see. ID 4, Independence Day. Yep, spaceship is going to come from the clouds. Yep, they're going to be using laser beams. Yep, there's going to be a war in heaven. Are there little green men? Aliens in the ships? Lie. That's not what it means. It means it will be made manifest. It shall speak. But at the end it shall speak. What shall speak? The vision, the prophecy is going to be understood because you don't know what it means 2,000 years ago, right? They didn't know what fiery flying serpents were for years. Why? Because they didn't have rockets. They didn't have ICBMs. But now it's speaking, meaning it's making itself known. Right? Oh! Fiery flying serpents, their tails are as a flame of fire, and their heads, they do hurt. Paraphrasing. That's talking about these missiles. Okay? That's what it means by the vision is speaking. So what does it mean? And have power to make the image of the beast that it may speak. What does that mean? Does that mean the movies? Does that mean Caesar Borgia? They're going to make movies about Caesar Borgia, who is the image of the beast, but it's going to speak. That is just comical. Okay? So, first of all, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. I mean, and let me try to let me implore the Spirit to move away from this clown that can just be just time after time. You know what? You are the image of the beast that's speaking with these videos, just lying and lying and lying. You gotta be Judas up in there. Who are you in reincarnation? You're out there campaigning against the truth while leading people astray, deceiving and being deceived. Let's get that. That's just crazy. Here we are. I'm trying to move away. Wow. It's just bad, man. Second Timothy 3 and 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. That is just, you can open up the dictionary to that phrase and it's going to show the head of the IUIC right there, standing there. Moron. That's the Spirit. All right. And what is this? Okay. Well, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Hawashad, is causing division. Okay. There's a division, a clear divide happening. It should be easy to see, all right, who the men of the Lord are. Let's get Ezekiel. It's the book of Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, what? When it has been made perfectly clear, nobody can tape a potato chip to their hand anymore. Nobody has to make a beat for this clown, because it's all said and done. When it becomes perfectly clear, all right? And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. You're going to understand, right, who was out here with the truth. You're going to clearly understand who was scoffing the truth. You're going to clearly understand who was deceiving. I mean, we know now, right? And we're waving, flailing our arms and saying, hey, what are you doing? All right? And there's nothing we can do. If the Most High got you, He got you. Romans 11 and 7. What then, Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for? But the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You niggas are blinded. You still running with the snake? The serpent? deceiving and being deceived? Romans 11 and 8. According as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Who is David talking about? He's talking about the 2/3. Let's qualify the 2/3. Hey, it is what it is, man. If you have a mind of your own, right, you should be able to see when somebody's lying to you. Right? Zechariah 13 and 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say it is my people, and they shall say the Lord is my power. They shall say the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is my power, not Most High in Christ bless. Okay? It's pretty easy, but it's not pretty easy if you've been blinded. You're just blindly following the blind, right? How? I mean, shouldn't you be questioning? In good faith, shouldn't you be questioning who you're following? Scrutinizing. You should be clearly scrutinizing anybody you're out following. So there's a division. It's the book of Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father. The mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother. The mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. There must be a division. You have to have the holy, and you have to have the profane. Anybody that would put a potato chip on their, tape a potato chip to their hand, okay, going into balut, right, bakwash, whatever you want to call it, all right, you better repent, dude. Is it too late to repent? You see where this thing, where are you? Okay? Because it's being noised abroad right now about that video you made, mocking the true men of the Lord. Okay, that's dangerous, man. That's dangerous, especially when they're outfitting Whole Foods right now. They're out here outfitting Whole Foods For what? For the wave and the tap. All right? But that, see, and that's the thing. Here it is. Everybody can get a chip in their hand. But a nigga is going to say that's not the mark of the beast. You're going to go get one and swear to yourself that it's not the mark of the beast until even when we're here, when this happens to you, IUIC is going to have chipping parties. They don't even know. They're going to set up a chipping station at their camp and say this is not the mark of the beast. Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men, not the nations, the men, which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Well, you clearly worship the image because you're speaking against. You're speaking against the truth that this is actually the mark. You're protecting the image. You're worshiping the image of the beast. It's being clearly shown to you what we've been saying going back a decade. Whole decade. Skaters, right? We got skaters out here, right? And they say this guy, I don't know what to believe as far as his beatdown. Here's what I do know, okay? I haven't seen anything to date worse than Rodney King. So I remember well Rodney King, okay? I remember when they let the policemen go after that beating. I believe they were acquitted, and they just, hey, you can go free, right? And I remember the so-called riots, the LA riots, okay? Now, what do we know now that we didn't know then? Okay. We have to go all the way back to the King riots. Who remembers the King riots? Raise your hand. All right. Well, when Martian Lucifer Coon, right? Nigga wanted to fight me for saying that. Martian Lucifer Coon, right? Turncoat. When he was killed, right? They say that America was on fire with rioting and looting and da-da-da-da. I'm not saying that that didn't happen, all right? I'm saying let's take a closer look at what actually happened. Because here's what we know now, all right? We know that there was rioting and looting during what they call, what's this nigga? George Floyd. I be forgetting his name, boy. All right, so George Floyd. What did we learn from George Floyd? Number one, BLM is not black. Okay? If you're talking about a bunch of women, right? Black women are no threat. Black women are on Esau's side. Number one. All right? Now, the term black women, right, applies to a lot of effeminized so-called black men. If you're out there marching with a megaphone in your hand, right, you're one step away from being a black woman. Black men don't march in the street begging for rights. Okay? And as far as a riot goes in 2023, and I'm telling you not to do this, but in 2023, if somebody's rioting, most likely you're going to have a gun in your pocket and you're going to be out shooting people. Okay? Who goes to, after, what's this kid's name? Kyle Rittenhouse. Who's going to go to a riot, a protest / riot? Who's going to go without a weapon to defend themselves? It's 2023. All right? And I'm not advocating that anybody take a gun anywhere. Put the gun down. Okay? Here's your weapon. All right? If you're going to riot, you better have a weapon. Because if the police want to come and stop you, they're going to have a weapon. If Kyle Rittenhouse wants to come and stop you, he's going to have a weapon. So, where are the riots coming from? Well, somebody's paying these people to go set fire, kick in windows. Oh, we saw that. 2 years ago, we saw somebody with a hammer leisurely breaking out windows, spray painting, right? And it wasn't a so-called black life that mattered. It was whoever they wanted to blame it on. We learned that, all right? So now we're looking at riots differently. Okay? It's real easy to blame. And here's the question, right? Here's the big question about a riot. Why are they burning down their own neighborhood? Right? Well, let's answer that question. It's not their neighborhood, number one. It's not even them doing the burning. They might go steal some Jordans. They might get paid to steal some. Here's some money. Now go get you some free Jordans. Okay. Well, if the white man told you to do it, then you have permission, don't you? If George Soros came with a check, signed your check to go out and do some damage, some Jakes are going to do that. But guess what? A bunch of Edomites are going to do it too. Antifa ain't a whole bunch of so-called black people. All right? And here's the point. All right? Yes, buildings are being burned. Yes, buildings are being looted. Businesses are being looted. Okay, is somebody facilitating that? Is somebody funding that? This is what we learned. Yes. Okay. Now, why do they burn down their own neighborhood? It's not their neighborhood. They don't own it. Somebody else owns it. Somebody else is going to get insurance. Right? There's something called gentrification. Well, let's get these people out of here and let's build this old town what? Old town Sacramento, old town San Diego, old town San Jose. Let's build it back up and get the right people, the white people back in there, right? It turns out that whatever buildings got burned up during the so-called riots, that those buildings were slated to be built up again, a new building, because they're building that area up and gentrifying. Okay? So they take the so-called protest route. We're going to turn left here. We're going to go up. It's all planned out before anybody protests. And then accordingly, the buildings that are set on fire, destroyed, and looted are the ones that they wanted out of there so they could build it up, put a new building there, and start a new business. Okay? And that's how this devil gets down. And make you believe that somehow you burn down your own building, because you burn down your own neighborhood because you were mad. No, it's not how the devil gets down. Got to understand these words. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord power hath made. What you think you're watching goes much deeper. It's a plan. Okay? So now, let's go back to Rodney King. Did they burn and loot? What did they burn? What stands there today? All the buildings that got burned and looted, what's there now? Oh, well, we rebuilt and now they're da-da-da-da. Let's go back and look. Let's go see what became of the protest or the riot site. Let's go back and look. Cui bono, right? Who benefits from that going down? Okay, what about the train cars, or the box cars full of automatic weapons left wide open in the hood right before the so-called riots and all of that? What about the stacks of bricks set conveniently? All of that shit just kind of goes away, right? Well, guess what? We're in the time that everything is being exposed. What was done in the dark shall come to the light. That was Rodney King. Let's go back to Martin Luther King. You see all these kings, right? Hey, it was King and a riot. The King riots. Sounds like a pattern, right? So America burned after King got killed, right? Martian Lucifer Coon was killed, and then all of these places, the way history records it, niggas went out and burned America down. Right? But there's no record, or barely a record, of all the towns that were burned because somebody wolf whistled at a white woman. Somebody supposedly touched a white woman on an elevator, and a whole town was burned to the ground, and thousands were shot to death, execution style. Who does the burning? Who does the looting? And then covers it up and points at Jake. Who does that? That was long. Tulsa was long before King, right? They turned it into an industry. What happened in Tulsa? Well, they burned the fucking town to the ground and shot a bunch of people up, looted, stole all that shit. That's the real culprit. They said, hey, you know what? We can capitalize. We could turn this into an industry. We'll call it Negro rioting. Blame it on them. We'll go out and we'll do it. We'll blame it on them, and we'll prosper from it. Collect the insurance. We'll build the town back up for us. We'll get paid. Keep these niggers in their place. Those things need to be looked into. And there's a track record of this devil doing the same old thing. Okay? The devil is a one-trick pony. All right? Who's the murderer from the beginning? Who's the liar from the beginning? That old dragon, that old serpent. Right? The devil and Satan. Not where's your fringes, but hey, do you know who your enemy is? Do you know that you're an Israelite, and you should know who your enemy is, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time and he's coming after you. That's where we're supposed to be. Not, hey, come and join my cult and I get to rule over you and give me your money. GMS doesn't say give me your money. All right? It's pretty simple and straightforward. Deceiving and being deceived. Who's out doing that? Who's out building we're going to do a reality show. We're going to go get some land and grow our own food. How? The farmers that are subsidized can't grow their own food. But you can. You can go buy some land from the devil, and he's going to let you come up. One word, nigga. Tulsa. Or two words. Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's going to let you prosper, right? Nigga, what you're going to do is find yourself at the bottom of a lake. Cement shoes. Now I'm on the move. Your family is crying. Now you on the news. Niggas are stupid. We're at the end, clearly, right? But at the end it shall speak. They're speaking. Hey, what is the polycrisis? You know what the polycrisis is? It's all the prophecies that are left coming together at the same time. Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is the polycrisis. The economic crisis, the monetary crisis, right? The population control crisis. We gotta cull. How are we gonna cull some of these niggas? They keep reproducing like rabbits. The Most High is showing us division right now. And when you're divided, you better be on the right side. Psalm 41 and 9. Yea, mine own familiar friend in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me. Your own family is about to turn on you, turn you in. Father against son, son against father. Why? It's Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Right? Well, what time are we in right now? Let's see if I can find one. A time to kill. This is Ecclesiastes 3:3. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. We're in the time of breaking down right now. You don't see the breakdown? Breakdown! Come on and give it to me. A time, this is Ecclesiastes 3:6. A time to get and a time to lose. We're in the time of loss. A time to keep and a time to cast away. Don't try to keep what you think you have. First of all, you don't have it. You will own nothing and be happy. Guess what? So, yep. Now's the time to agree with the devil on that one. Let it all go. Whatever you have now, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Right? Can't take it with you. You got to be ready to walk away from everything. Right? Drop your nets and walk with Yahweh. It's a time to cast away. All right? Certainly in the time of war. All right? We're in the time of division. All right? The book of Micah. Micah 7:6. For the son dishonoreth the father. That's you, Nate. The daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. We're in the time, right now, of what? Division. So when it happens, right, just keep it moving. Understand there is a time and a season for everything under the sun. Paraphrase. Okay? My mother, right, this is a personal testimony, is pretty much about to cross over, if you will. And I believe that this is the Most High preparing me to see what? Okay? What are we in the time of? Well, first we're at the end. People are going to die. And you got to get ready. And my dad, right, who appears to be in good health, will probably be close behind. Okay, and you have to gird yourself for what is about to come upon the earth. All right? This is 2nd Ezra 15. 15th chapter. So you have to be able to see these tragedies, right, for what they are in the spirit, right? My My mom's gonna pass. She lived a good life. She's like 84. Got a birthday coming up. Sixteen Slovakia. Hold on. Second Ezra 16, Slovakia. 16. Second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Okay. We are in the time of great death, right? How many deaths have there been in the last 28 days? Okay? And what it's going to do is going to escalate exponentially. All right? And you have to be prepared, right? To see your friends, your family, people that are close, people that you care about, all right? You gotta gird yourself up. What do you say when these people perish in front of you? Well, they were of the world, and are you gonna be mad at the Most High? You gotta, this wisdom and knowledge, right? You're gonna have to apply it, lest you be found to fight against the Most High. Right? Hey, guess what? You warned them. You gave them warning. Did you not? They laughed. Ah, whatever, nigga. You my son. I know who you are. Right? Well, here we are. Once upon a time, it was all fun and games. I'm going to tape a potato chip to my hand. I'm a mock. I'm a scoff. Now, everything that you said and did will be held against you. Okay? And if you did some stupid shit, like taped a potato chip to your hand, guess what? You have zero fear of even a fool who holdeth his tongue would be considered wise, and I'm paraphrasing when I say that. But if you don't, in your heart of hearts, know, the Elder Ariala made a video the other day. Let's just tell the truth, man. Let's just be honest, right? Let's just be honest. If you don't know what the MOT, if you don't know what the mark is, just shut the fuck up. Don't say what it's not. Let's get that. We're at a time of great death. Aren't you afraid of the Most High? He's about to start killing people. You don't want that to be you. You're going to be held accountable for every idle word. You forgot. Even a fool. Proverbs 17:28. Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise. And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. That goes both ways. A woman who can shut the fuck up, right? Which I don't believe there is one in the world. woman that can't shut the fuck up, you got a demon on you. And the Most High is keeping that demon right in place. You know why? Because we're in the time of great death. And you're out of order. And she that is my enemy shall see it. If you can't shut the fuck up. This is Proverbs 17:28 in the NIV. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent. See, this doesn't say a man. So this could apply to women and men. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. NLT. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. See, if you have the urge, when I come out and I speak, and here it is, I'm a man of the Lord, Lord willing. If I say something, and no matter what I say, if you feel the need to say something after that, without fail, every single time, oh, it's a nice day outside. All you got to do is say, yep. But no, it just turns into a run-on sentence. Oh yeah, yesterday, no. Especially if you're commanded to be in silence. And then, when it's shown to you, hey, you're commanded to be in silence, then you shut up and you rage against the Most High and His commandments. Oh, I'm not going to say nothing, and I'll show him. No. No. You got to fight that demon that's on. There's a demon leading you straight into the pit. You think this is a joke. You think this is a game. People think this is a game. Here it is, the Most High deprived a woman of wisdom, right? But you got something to say after everything that is said, and you're commanded to be in silence. Every idle Matthew 12 and 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men and women shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. Listen close. Listen close. I'll read it in a different. This is the NIV, Matthew 12 and 36. But I tell you that everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken. NLT. And I tell you this, you must give an account on judgment day for every idle word you speak. Let's go down here. Good News Translation. You can be sure that on judgment day you will have to give account of every useless word you have ever spoken. Okay? You hear that? Now we're going to go back one to Proverbs. Proverbs 17 and 28. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. Every woman should cringe when they hear that. Keep silent. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. Commanded to be in Okay, bear with me. First Corinthians 14 and 34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak every idle word that you speak, but they are commanded. Commandments. The law, statutes, and commandments, they are commanded to be under obedience. Also, as also said the law are the commandments. Let your woman keep silent. Why? It is not permitted according to the law for them to speak. It's not permitted unto them to speak according to the law. You're commanded to be in order, and you're not. You got something to say. When I finish a sentence, I'm like this. Here it comes. Whatever I say, I can say one thing. Here comes the clap back. Here comes the one up. I'm not one up. There's a demon on you that has to have the last word. You don't even know it. And that demon is doing what? Leading you straight into danger. Why? Because you can't be quiet. Okay? You think you're intelligent. You think you're wise. You think you're smart. Job 39 and 17. Because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, you're not wise. Why are you talking after why are you interrupting me when I talk? Why do I have to wait for you to say something when you should be saying nothing? I have to, okay, well, I'll be fair and equal rights for women, which is nowhere in the Bible. And I'll let you talk over me. I'll let you speak first. You go ahead. It's all backwards. And you're pulling me into the pit with you. Don't do that. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. You got to leave that to your man. Leave it to your man. Do you have faith in your man? Do you trust your man? You don't. Really? You don't. Because you know better than a man of the Lord. It would be entirely different if this man wasn't out on the highways and the byways for the last 15 years. It would be totally different. Go ahead, say what you want, because you know more than him, right? But this is a man of the Lord. And you, whenever he's done speaking, there you are with your mouth open. When it shouldn't be saying, you're commanded to be in order and to not speak. You see this word wisdom? comes from the word wise. Okay? Listen close. Job 39:17. Because God hath deprived her. Let's go one. Let's read one up. Job 39:16. She is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. Woo! That's a big one. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. If you had any wisdom whatsoever, or any understanding, you would learn how to control that demon that compels you, absolutely forces you to say something, whether it means anything or not. You're leaning onto your own understanding, don't understand nothing. Because God got a problem with God? The scripture says, God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, gave you no wisdom nor understanding. You got a real problem. That's why the demon got you like this. Now say this. When he finishes, let him talk. Don't talk over him. But when he finishes, then you cap it off and get the last word. That's what the demon got you. And if you do be quiet after that, it's with a grudge. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna show him. I won't say nothing. He won't have nobody to talk to. Guess what? I know how the demon works. Demon got you. Got you. All women. Woman can't be silent. And that same demon is going to lead you to Micah 10:7. Seven and 10. Salakia. Let's get it. And then we'll come back to this because that's where we are at. Micah 7 and 10. See, the demon got you. You don't even know. You think, oh, I'm righteous. I cover my head. Let's read Micah. Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is thy Lord? Where is the Lord thy power? Meaning this, you ain't afraid of the Most High. Most High told you to be, commanded you. But here you are. Fuck the Most High. Nigga, I got this. I know more than you. I'm a mother. I raised kids in Babylon. I know. I know more than you. That's the demon that's on you. If you can't shut up, and you can't. And you can't. If you're just being straight up, let's just be honest. Like the brother, elder brother Ariella, let's just be honest. You could point at everybody else. Oh, well, you went up. And the demon is winning. Why? Because you just can't be quiet. Just can't do it. Cannot. Because you know everything. You know a better way. You know a better way than the Most High. And what you're going to do, you're going to destroy yourself and your man. If your man allows you to do that, he's going to. You don't love that guy. You don't love yourself. You don't love the Most High. What is love? Keeping the commandments. If you were keeping the commandments, we wouldn't hear anything. There wouldn't be contention. There wouldn't be a fight. You just trust the Most High, Yahushua, your man, and you would be cool, but that's not what's going on. There's always, no matter how many times we go over this, that demon is lurking. He'll sit down for a minute, And then there he is. He's right back like, yeah, motherfucker. Thought you ran me out, huh? Thought you exercised me, right? And when we come into Jacob's trouble and it's fucking chaos on every side, that demon is gonna be like this. Hunker down, just hunker down. I ain't went nowhere. I'm right here. Just be quiet now. Just be quiet. We'll make it through this. Like the Most High don't know that the demon is right. Like you're gonna get away with every idle word. Every idle word should be, oh, well, I let one or two words slip out. Not run-on sentences after anybody is done talking. There's only one thing you gotta do. Only one thing you gotta be good at. And guess what? It's impossible. It's pretty much impossible. And that separation, when it happens, okay, just like my mom, all right, when that happens, you gotta, hey, looking at the finish line. We're this close. We're this close. You're supposed to be getting that leaven out of the house. Here comes the Passover. Supposed to be getting that leaven out of the house. Then she that is my enemy, where is it? Shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. Why? Because her foolish ass couldn't be quiet. Job 39:17. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. Nothing you say, nothing that comes out of your mouth. And usually, a man of the Lord, you know what he's doing? He's quoting the scriptures. He's bringing, he's reading, he's getting it. Let's get it. What does it mean, let's get it? Let's go to the scriptures and let's read that. And right after that, what does a woman do? She gives her opinion on the matter. First Corinthians 14:34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also said the law. You should be studying that and read every word. Let the woman, oh, that's talking about me. Be in silence. What does that mean? Let me look that word up. What does that mean? Let's scrutinize this. Does it say commandment? It says commanded, and then it says, as also said the law. What do these things mean? Every idle word. See, if you're supposed to be quiet and you got an idle word, it'd be one thing if it was one or two idle words. But if it's a plethora of idle words, you're sunk. You see how this thing works? You're in a trick bag. The Most High got you. Got a demon on you that refuses to be shut up. Proverbs 17 and 28. Even a fool, when he holdeth, let me get he out of there. Oh, well, that's talking about me. Let me read a different version. Proverbs 17:28, NLT. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. Those two words, keep silent. That right there conjures the specter of a woman just on their own. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. We know that you're not intelligent. We know that you're not wise. Why? Because you're talking all the time when you're not supposed to. That is not wisdom. That's not intelligence. You're coming off the top of the dome with what you learned from the devil, coming up against the scriptures. If you know the scriptures and you want to go heads up, first of all, you wouldn't do it if you knew the scripture. You would know, well, I know the scriptures, so I'm going to shut the fuck up. I know the scriptures, so I'm not wise and I have no understanding. It's one thing, niggas in the truth, right? Load them up, load them up. I'm the speaker, load them up, y'all. You give me 1 Corinthians, you give me Genesis, you give me, load them up. And then turn around and not do one of those things that you brought. You know everything, but you're not doing nothing. You're not doing any of them. Okay? And you know what that is? That dude is a woman. You got the spirit of a woman on you. A man he knows the scriptures and he doesn't. We know women don't do the commandments. They're not doers of the word. We're going to get them. Why? Because they just gotta talk. So you're already you're out of there this quick. Oh yeah. Oh, head covered, right? Cook, clean, little leaven. And that's not a little leaven, that's a lot of leaven. You know how easy it would be if that contention, if that fight wasn't there? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, which is your mind, and lean not unto your own understanding. You have no understanding. According to the word, you have no understanding. But whatever I say, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, you got to add something to it. That's going to get us both killed. If I allow that, so what do you think is going to happen? And it's going to be my fault, right? It's going to be my fault. You just didn't want to be with me. It's not it. All right? You got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You got to fight that demon. There's a demon on you that's got you. You went to school. You got a job. You got the I got a job demon. I got a job. So I can say I went to school and learned how to be a demon, and I'm not letting go of it. Okay. It's against the scriptures. You're commanded to be under obedience. That doesn't mean anything, does it? Every idle word. Let your words be few. I know where that is. That's right there with keep your foot. And let's talk to men. Ecclesiastes. Might as well start at 1. Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Now, listen close. Outside of walking up to the camp, right? At the house every day, in general. Be not rash with thy mouth. What does that mean, be not rash? And let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon the earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. Let's get that in a different. Don't be quick with your mouth. Do not be hasty in your heart to utter anything before the Most High. The Most High is in heaven, and you are on the earth. So let your words be few. First of all, don't say nothing. That's to a woman. A man, let your words be few. If a woman has anything to say, let your words be few. I agree. Yes. Yep. Doesn't mean anything. What you're gonna do is what you've always done. We're at the end. We're at the end. What manner of person ought you to be? These things are about to be melted. Your job is going to be melted. Your power, Eve, your power, your lieutenant bars are about to be melted out here. Second Peter 3. And 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved in that fire, in that nuclear fire, that you're going to get caught up in because you can't be quiet. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You should be absolutely quiet. What manner of person should a woman be in all holy conversation? She should be silent, according to the scriptures. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What are you supposed to be doing right now? Giving you my opinion. Here's what I would do. All right. Here's what I would do. I have a suggestion. Tell the Most High this. Here it is, the Most High speaking through a man of the Lord, but you have an alternative opinion. Let me go back. The day of the Lord. 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. We're so close. We don't know when it's going to go down. All day, from the time you get up, from listening to videos all night. Oh, it's 3:15 in the morning. Let's put this video. Oh, I fell asleep. Listen to it again. All night, all day. We do this all night and all day. 7 days a week. Walking in the Spirit, walking in the truth, being a doer of the word. But that's not good enough for your woman. She's still got something to say, and she's got a better idea. Hey, listen to me. Can I say something? Sure, you can say something. Go right ahead. But when we're faced with a situation, right, that's going to get you hemmed up, what are you doing? It's what you do now. Well, I'll just wait until the shit starts and then I'll shut up. You think the Most High, you fool, I'm smarter than the Most High. I'll just wait till the shit hits the fan. He can protect me. No, the Most High is going to create a situation where I can't do a damn thing. You're going to be screaming, hey, you said that. Like, I said, shut up. You didn't do that. You think I'm creating the situation? 2 Peter 3:10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Is here. It's here. And you pointing at me like I'm doing something wrong. If I'm doing something wrong in the mirror, trying to work that out, what are you doing? You waiting for me to tell you what you're doing? I've been telling you. I just stopped. I just let you, like, I'll wait until you're done talking. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and that. Oh, okay, I'm like, okay, go. And just let you say whatever the fuck you're gonna say. There's no stopping that. That's something that you have to do. If you fear the Most High, you'll do it. If you don't fear the Most High, what can I do? There'll come a time when you do. But that's Micah 7 and 10. Where's the Lord your God? I don't fear him. You will in that day. And hell, you think we're out here what they call religiously for. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. That great noise is the missiles directly after World War III. Can't see World War III? How close are we? See the sea hip right now? How close are we? You should be scared now. You're not scared. Don't fear the Most High. Right? Here's wisdom and instruction. Here's the wisdom. You clearly don't have the wisdom because you're still talking. Here's the wisdom. Shut up. Here's the instruction. Shut up. You hate that. You despise it. That. A fool despises. We got to go back now. The day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation, quiet, and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High. So really, you don't want this place to end because you get to give your opinion, you get to talk. I'm somebody. I'm running this shit. See, you can't hide who you are from the Most High. He knows who you are. He knows that you love your job, your authority, to say things, to be right. The Most High didn't make a woman right. In any situation. And you're mad at that. You hate that. I'll get it. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. We can't wait until the kingdom comes, because guess what? Women are they're going to be right there. They're going to be silent. They're going to be in their place. They're not going to have their hand on their hip acting as though they're running some shit. And then the first sign of danger, now you're trying to be quiet. And there's still a demon lurking, setting you up to take you down. And we're smarter than that. You don't know how the scriptures work yet? Proverbs, one of my favorite. Proverbs 1. Let's analyze this. Let's analyze where this word fool. Let's get this word fool. Proverbs 1. Proverbs 1 and 7. Listen for the keywords and how they link up. The fear of the Lord. If you feared the Most High, you would know how to be silent. So there's no fear. Takes you right back to Micah 7 and 10. Where is the Lord your power? You have no fear of the Most High. If you did, you'd be quiet. We're in the time of the Most High killing, mass death, great death, according to the scriptures. And it's going to come on you like a thief in the night. Suddenly, all your power is going to be gone. You're like, oh shit, I'm a sitting duck. Like, all I have is my man. Let me go tell him what to do. Hey, you know what we should do? We should go this way. We should go this way. And the Most High is going to go like this. This is the way. And you're going to just be talking and talking, turn around, and it's just you. Why? You don't fear the Most High. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. You were not imparted knowledge or wisdom. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. Be quiet. Stop talking. For years. For years and years and years and years and years. But today, as soon as I'm done talking, no fear. If I don't see that, I'm like, oh shit. That's going to be a problem for me. I've done what I can do. That's going to be a problem for me. Shh, be quiet. They're coming. They're coming. Pop, pop, pop. Instruction. Be quiet. Be quiet. Can't be quiet. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise. Let me get that word. We look for the word hate. Despise, 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 despise. Rejects. I reject that. I reject wisdom and instruction. I reject what you do. Refuse. Refuse to learn. Oh, wow. Proverbs 1 and 7, Good News Translation. To have knowledge, you must first have reverence for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Stupid people have no respect for wisdom and refuse to learn. see that, fools? But fools despise wisdom. Let's go back to fools. Proverbs 17 and 28. Even fools are wise. There's your wisdom. Where's your wisdom? The Most High hath deprived you of wisdom. So where's wisdom for a woman then? Right? Well, where's my wisdom? Right? Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouths shut, they seem intelligent. So with that, we're going to close. What are we going to close with? We're going to close with the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And the commandments. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man and women. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Every idle word. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, for it is the Most High which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation among whom we shine as lights in the world. Hey, it's way too late to be not fearing the Most High. You tape a potato chip to your hand and make mockery of the men of the Lord. You don't take heed to wise instruction. We're at the door. All right, so with that, all praises due to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect, tabernacle of David. All right, shalom.